Good evening. This is Octavia Spencer in Los Angeles.
Hi there, Melissa McCarthy here, coming from Australia. Welcome to the Graham Norton Show.
Show and hello to our virtual studio audience. Hello, everybody. There they are. Oh, lots of happy faces out there. And why not? I mean, the sun is out, lockdown is lifting, and the rule of 6 is back, as you can see from this park in Leeds. Rule of 6 or rule of 6,000? I get so confused. But it's been nice, though, to see our parks back the way we remember them. Covered in shit. But hey, it's the holiday weekend! Woohoo! So, who have we got on the show tonight? Why, it's only top comic, author, and presenter Frank Skinner, ladies and gentlemen. Actor and comedian Nick Mohammed. Yay! Nick's co-star from spy comedy Intelligence, David Schwimmer, will be joining us. Pop singer and queen of RuPaul's Drag Race, Visage is here. And later, she'll be performing live in the studios with the fabulous Steps. Plus, we'll be joined down the line by the stars of new superhero comedy Thunder Force. That's Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy. Yeah! That's who's on the show.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So welcome back, Frank. Welcome back, Nick. First time for my Drag Race sister, Michelle.
It's been a long time since I could say first time.
And very exciting, you are performing for us later with the Mighty Steps. So how did this happen? How did you meet Steps? How, you know, all of that?
Oh, we just hang out in a, retired pop group, Facebook group. Actually, Faye and I had the same dance partner, Giovanni, on Strictly.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and then we became friends to moan together about our feet and everything else. And she said, would you like, they were doing Royal Variety, and she asked me to do the Instagram Live with them, introducing the new album, What the Future Holds. So I did that. And you know how people do say, oh, we got to work together. Have your agent call my agent. Let's make something happen, you know? They said, would you like to do a song with us? And I was like, yeah, because everybody... After we hung up, an hour later, their manager contacted me, and it actually really happened. Wow. So that's really how it happened.
And now it's Michelle Visage, naughty step.
Yes, so I'm the naughtiest step of all.
Now, here's the thing. Lockdown, it's been very difficult for lots of people. For Nick Mohammed, it's like you planned it. It seems to have followed your schedule very nicely, thank you very much.
I've been very lucky. When the first lockdown hit, I was meant to be writing Intelligence, and then when lockdown eased in the summer, we filmed Intelligence, and then when we went back into lockdown, I was sort of writing again, and now things are easing a bit filming Ted Lasso. But yeah, very lucky. I count myself
and if
lucky.
you think that was lucky, homeschooling, a nightmare. Who are you married to, Nick?
A teacher, and she's absolutely brilliant. And so she homeschooled our kids to an absolute treat, and I got involved when I could.
Yeah, I'm sure. But here's the thing, it hasn't all been plain sailing, because, there's been self-improvement in lockdown. You tried to upgrade your garden, I believe.
I did, well, yeah, we live in a first-floor flat, so we don't have a garden, but we got 2 little boys who, well, they were 4 and 2 at the first lockdown, and so we got some artificial grass to just put on the sort of communal driveway, and we would have little picnics there on a lunchtime, and then after about a week it got nicked, and so, but we didn't dare tell the kids that sort of theft happened. We sort of thought it was too soon to sort of say, oh yeah, someone took it, and it was really heavy as well, so I don't know how they managed it, but we just told them that someone's borrowed it.
Yeah, that grass has gone to live on a farm.
Exactly, yeah. Some cows took it.
The lawn got stolen?
Yeah. Artificial grass, it was a sort of 3 by 3 metre piece of artificial grass, and it just got taken, like in the day.
What, like, rolled it up like a carpet?
Yeah.
On your front, on the front...
Just on the front drive, yeah. And I think someone just took it and lifted it. But I think it'd need 2 people to lift, but yeah.
Wow, what a rough area.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's been regularly watered by its new owner.
We did report it to Neighbourhood Watch, and they were like, you can't report this.
You know there's a global pandemic, right?
I know.
And Frank Skinner, your son Buzz, what is it? Is he 8 now?
He's 8, yeah.
And already you are steering him towards a career in comedy.
I don't know if I'm steering him. Yes, I'm steering him. I think he's definitely going to be a stand-up comedian. I don't have any question about that. He's the only stand-up comedian I would not mind being funnier than me.
Oh, that's love.
That really is love. It's also a lie. No, I think he actually does stuff like stand-up. Like the other day, I was emptying the dishwasher, and you know, you empty a dishwasher, and there's, I don't know if you've ever done this. There's
Yes,
dirty,
I have.
Still dirty plates.
Oh, so annoying.
And I said, look at this. And he said, well, if a dishwasher isn't washing the dishes, it's not a dishwasher, it's just a wet cupboard. That is a great line. I've seen, you know, club comics that would kill for that.
Are you tempted to...
No, look, I gave him the credit then, as you said. Yeah. But no, yesterday was... I got up yesterday morning, and he said to me, there's a leak in the bathroom, and I thought, oh, no. And I went into the bathroom, and he'd placed a leak on the toilet. I mean, the vegetable.
I think you took a picture. There.
Yeah, there you go. As you can see, we live in 1970s Moscow.
I mean, it doesn't scream show business.
No, I've managed to keep my feet on the ground.
You really have.
But what a great visual gag, and I was so proud.
Yeah, and it's so sweet that he lives there. That's so nice.
Yeah. Well, it's good, you know, to let them know that it's not all rich and finery.
No, that's the downstairs toilet. There's marble elsewhere, I'm sure.
Of course.
Thanks for talking up my toilet. That's what I call support.
I didn't want people to think you lived like that.
No, it's temporary.
We'll get to the tour. We'll sell those tickets. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a tough year.
So, Michelle Visage, I mean, I love being part of that Drag Race show. It's like I've won a competition. I love it.
We love having you.
But do you still enjoy it? You seem like you do.
You see me.
Yeah.
Every single time I sit down at that desk, I am filled with excitement, anticipation, joy, and admiration for those queens.
And it's kind of succeeded beyond anyone's expectations in this
100%,
country.
yeah.
Were you... I mean, obviously, you knew this country, but did you think the British drag scene could translate into Drag Race?
100%. The reason that I worked specifically, because this country... I love this country so much. I'm not an American. It's like, oh my God, I love London. Like, I properly love the UK and all what it's about, and the people, and the sense of humor, and the food, and even the weather. I love it all. I love that it's 75 degrees and it's going to snow on Monday. I do. I actually really love it. So for me, it was really important because the drag scene in the UK, the whole of the UK, I'm talking about Wales, Scotland, you know, the North, the South, all of us, be showcased for what it is. Because regionally, the drag is very different. So I knew that UK needed their own version specifically, and we were lucky enough to have the BBC pick it up. So, yeah.
But now it's this global phenomenon. It's all over the world. Do you have a kind of a quick one-line sentence to explain the success?
Are you trying to censor me already? Am I talking to you? No, I'm kidding. My one line is this, Graham, and you'll agree. I think
or you die.
Essentially. I think that it's a global phenomenon because people need to know that they matter and that they belong. And I think so many people, especially this horrible cancel culture of you can't sit with us, you're too fat, you're too dark, you know, whatever the situation is. On RuPaul's Drag Race, everybody sees something they can relate to, and they see a place that is accepting, loving, and forgiving, and everybody's welcome. And that goes from 9-year-old kids to 90-year-old grands. Everybody's welcome, and they all belong.
Hey! Very good. Are we ready in Zoom land? All right, Nick, we're going to get your co-star David on the line now. Are you guys in regular contact, or this will be awkward?
We are in... I spoke to him earlier today, so we are in regular contact. In fact, it's become slightly strange because we are now mates, as weird as that sort of is. And I've almost forgotten that he was in Friends, so that when it pops up inevitably on television, I'm like, oh, David's in this. And, obviously. But yeah, no, we're in contact a lot, yeah.
OK, time to meet our first virtual guest. Together with Nick Mohammed, he's the co-star of the hit spy comedy Intelligence, back for its second season. Please welcome the great David Schwimmer! Hey!
Hey!
Lovely,
hey, Graham.
Lovely to see you, sir. Now, obviously, Nick, you know. Now, Michelle Visage, I think, is it your daughter is a big Michelle Visage fan?
Major fan, Michelle.
Aww.
Major. My daughter is so excited that I'm on the show with you right now.
Aw, kiss her for me. That's so sweet.
Because,
I will.
but your daughter has given you a makeover over lockdown, hasn't she?
Oh, well, we over lockdown, you know, we weren't going for any haircuts or anything. I was doing my own, you know, shaving my head, and she kept begging me to shave her head, and I was like, I mean, she's got beautiful long hair, and I was like, I don't know if you're really gonna regret that. I mean, she's only 9, so I thought, she might regret this, but after the last time I shaved my head, she was like, I really don't get it, Dad. Like, why? You get to do it. Why can't I? And I really didn't have a good answer. So her mom and I shaved her head. And so.
And was she happy?
Actually, hold on here. Look, this was.
Oh, she's delighted.
Hey.
Oh.
So that was the day we shaved our head.
And now, I don't know if you remember this, David, but Frank, you have met David Schwimmer before.
Yes, I was at the Montreal Comedy Festival, and David was hosting the gala night. And he came up and introduced himself. I didn't know who he was then. I don't think Friends had arrived in England. And he said to me, God, I'm really nervous. I shouldn't be doing this. We've had this one series of a sitcom and it's gone pretty well, but I'm not a stand-up comedian, and I just can't. And I was saying, I'm sure it's going to be okay, you know. And he said, no, I really feel bad about it. And he went out on stage, and I was there in the wings, because being a comedian, if someone is going to die, I don't want to miss it. And as soon as he walked on stage, it was, I think, David, you had to wait about 4 minutes before you could speak, because the crowd went absolute. I thought, this guy made me feel sorry for him. And now this.
Frank, I wish I remembered having to wait for the crowd. All I could remember is the genuine terror. Because as I said, I'm not a stand-up comedian. I've never hosted anything like that before.
But the love in the room, the love, David, it was a beautiful thing.
Thanks for having my back. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, Intelligent, it's back for season 2. All episodes available on Sky One from the 8th of June and Now TV. So, David, if people have missed the show so far, how do you describe it? How do you describe the setup?
Well, I mean, Nick's much better at this because he created the show, but I'll try to remember what he said. You know, it's basically, it's a workplace ensemble comedy set in the high-stakes world of cyber terrorism in your own GCHQ. And I play this kind of arrogant, brash American former NSA agent who comes over to the UK to work in conjunction with all the talented people there. And I, of course, assume I'm going to be in control of everything. And Nick and I start a kind of bromance where I guess you could say we complete each other. I'm looking for someone to boss around, and he's looking for someone to boss him around. Yeah, it's an ensemble comedy, and it's a lot of fun.
And Nick, you wrote a very happy ending for season 1.
Yes.
Yourself and David.
Yes. So we, to avoid anyone who's not seen it, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but to avoid David's character being extradited back to the States where he faces charges of treason, my character agrees to marry him so that he can stay in the UK and obtain British citizenship. So there was a whole wedding between the two of us. It's sort of a staged wedding, but my character is really into it and really kind of goes for it. So yeah.
Well, listen, the new season picks up from that point. Here's an exclusive clip.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? I'm busy.
Not much. Oh, I'm just a little bit lonely and bored. Do you mind if I sniff your flowers?
No, knock yourself out.
Thanks. Very nice.
You know these weren't from me. Yeah. I just didn't know if you were expecting a Valentine's gift just because we used to be married.
No, and listen, I'd rather you didn't keep using that phrase "used to be married" because it kind of makes it sound like it was for real. Okay.
Right. What would you prefer I use then? Sort of recently separated?
Again, I just don't think.
Widows?
You know what?
I'd be up for that.
How about you don't refer to it ever again?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Very good. And the starting point of season 2 is, I mean, sort of ripped from the headlines. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's sorry, was that to David?
No, doesn't matter. Somebody speak.
It is, yes. It was, so it's a real. It takes a story of a cyber weapon called Eternal Blue, which was a real cyber weapon designed by the NSA, but that fell into the wrong hands of real cyber terrorists, and then was used to sort of wreak havoc across, computer systems, from banking through to loads of things. And so we took that real story and pretended that David's character had a hand in developing it, and so his kind of arc for that series is trying to regain control of that machine. But it's a real thing.
Wow. Is it true the NSA reached out to you, David? Or is that...
I mean, I'm sure they have been tracking me for years. But I don't think, no, they didn't really reach out. I think it was the publicity, the PR person just wanted to kind of check in on what we were doing. It was more GCHQ actually that I think Nick met with some of the representatives from GCHQ.
Yeah, they did get in contact. I think once it was announced that we were doing a show about GCHQ, naturally they've got a press department and are concerned about their appearance. But I think as soon as they knew that we were a silly sitcom and not, we weren't sort of doing a whistleblowing drama or anything like that, they kind of relaxed a bit. But they sent 2 representatives who were a kind of a good cop, bad cop sort of act. And one of them was quite, I think had previously worked in Whitehall and was almost quite politician-like and quite not smarmy, but, was sort of really doing the good cop thing. And his sort of partner in crime was sort of sat there silent for the first 30 minutes, and then occasionally would open a book, write something, and then close it again. And it was genuinely like being interrogated. But as soon as they realised that the stuff we wanted to know was what the canteen sells, or is there a GCHQ choir, which it turns out that there is, they were the kind of details that we wanted. They do bake sales, and it was that kind of detail that we were after rather than anything else. And they've actually been incredibly supportive. And yeah, it's such a great organisation. So yeah.
And David, I can't keep you very long because you've got a pressing engagement that the world is waiting for.
Yep, bye.
See, I told you. I told you.
But does he have children to shave?
It's all grown back. Great. No, you're getting on a plane, aren't you?
Yeah. After this, I'm going to Los Angeles. We're going to be shooting the Friends reunion next week. So I'm hopping on a plane this afternoon, early evening. And I'm gonna see everyone next week for the first time in many years. So. And
I know you can't tell us anything about it, but can you tell us? Will you be Ross or will you be David Schwimmer?
I'll be myself. I'll be David. Yeah.
And have you been?
There's nothing scripted. We're not in character. So we're all ourselves, the real people. Although there is one section of it that I don't want to give away, but where we all read something. So.
And it finished nearly 17 years ago.
Oh, stop.
Wow.
I know, 17 years ago. So have you been watching old episodes to kind of gen up on what the hell happened?
It's really funny. I should have been doing that. And I really have very little excuse, but I haven't been able to bring myself to catch up on the 236 episodes. I need to. I guess I need to watch a lot over the next 5 days.
Wow. Well, good luck with 237. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. David and Nick star in the new series of Intelligence on Sky. David Schwimmer, everybody.
Thank you, Dan.
Safe travels.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much.
I think it's a double bluff. I think it's going to be a full episode.
I hope so. One could hope.
Did you notice that he had a rolled-up lawn in the background? Really looked like one, right of camera.
It's so funny if he'd driven past Nick's house and stolen his lawn. This'll show him. OK, good news for lovers of fine comedy. Frank Skinner is back on tour. Showbiz is the name of the tour. It kicks off on the 25th of June, and this is sort of where you left off. Tickets are available now, I should say. Tickets available now at all prices. I'm sure some are sold out. But anyway.
It's not completely sold out.
It's not completely sold out.
No,
So there are some available.
You've seen my toilet.
Please, let's just have a GoFund for your toilet. So this is kind of picking up where you left off, because you'd started this tour.
Yeah, well, I did Edinburgh with this show. I did a big 3-month tour, and then I did a West End run. And then my manager had the brilliant idea of adding about 20 dates. And then it all happened, and then everything went on pause. And so when I go back on stage, it'll be 18 months since the last gig in that tour. So it's like the great interval of all time. If only that... People will have ordered interval drinks for these shows. They will have no idea. Many of them will have stopped drinking during lockdown.
And what's the theme of the show? How do you describe it?
Well, I don't
people?
really do themes.
No?
I kind of just like making people laugh as much as possible. My stand-up is a sort of notch up from tickling. I mean, I want laughs. I mean, it might change. The next time it might be about, architecture in Tibet. But this time, I just want to make... And this time the audience will be masked when I go back, which I'm kind of looking forward to, because I do this thing, I don't know if you've ever done this, but if I can be playing to 3,000 people who are screaming with laughter, I will always find one person who's having a bad time and focus on them all night. And you know when the Osmond said, one bad apple don't spoil the whole bunch, girl? That is not true. that for me is the gig, is that... And they're looking at you like they're reading traffic restrictions. And no, I won't know. I won't know who's laughing and who isn't laughing, and that's going to be good for me.
Wouldn't that be worse? Because then you'll imagine none of them are.
No. If I can't see it, I'll imagine all of them.
OK.
Yeah.
OK.
I do radio. I've learnt this skill. You have to imagine the audience are killing themselves with laughter at all times.
And in terms of show business, you're one of those people, you don't just like the work, you like the being famous bit.
When I hear celebrities saying, oh, God, I hate it when people come up to you in the street, man, I'm going to miss that when it stops. I mean, wearing a mask has been a real blow for me. That's like going back to the bad old days when no one knew who I was. I rarely go abroad because I don't get recognised. Although I was outside a Swiss cafe with Richard Ayoade.
Oh, yeah.
And this couple came over and went up to Richard. We're sitting on the same table. And they said to Richard, oh, my daughter's a massive fan of you. I think you're the funniest man in Britain. And I was sitting. And eventually the woman leaned across to me and said, we do like your era as well. My era, like I was prohibition. Oh, man, that was...
Nick, we must very quickly mention Ted Lasso.
Yes.
Because are you... I'm right in thinking you're filming that
We're filming
right now?
season 2 right now, yes. Yeah, we started in January. We're filming until June, so it's quite a long shoot. But, yeah, it's really exciting and, yeah.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah.
I watched it because my husband put it on, and I was like, what is this? Sat down. I cannot stop telling people to watch it.
Oh.
If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's not only, brilliantly done and funny, but it's such an uplifting series. Like, you feel good after you watch it. It is so funny, so well done. I'm so excited you're doing a series,
Oh,
too.
thanks, Michelle. That's very kind.
Because is it true, like in America, because here it's quite niche, Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
But in America, it's gone gangbusters.
I think so, because... Yeah, I think Apple TV is just more ubiquitous in the States, possibly. And, I mean, it's really that kind of real positive, hopeful message. I mean, I think people like it here, but there's still an element of sort of cynicism here,
It's a proper British comedy, too. Like, I don't want people watching and thinking it's, like, American humour, and it's not. It's proper British sense of humor, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's kind of got... Like, do you think there's a difference in sense of humour between the US and the UK?
Absolutely.
Yeah, OK.
Different sense of humor. You guys are so funny here, and you're so dry and sarcastic, and the wit is smarter. I'm just going to say it. It's just...
Because it's a really interesting combination of, obviously, Jason Sudeikis and Bill Lawrence and you know, various other writers, but it's a real mix of kind of Brits and Americans who sort of create the show. And so, yeah, I mean, it's an absolute joy to be a part of it. I mean, I don't know anything about football in real life, but I have to pretend that I know loads. And so...
You should try drag. It's really good.
Fun!
All right.
I can help.
I'm up for that. But yeah, and, you know, like you're saying, it's just got such a kind of positive message and, you know, it feels like it came around at a really good time as well.
And have you had a chance to go to America and kind of strut around going, yes, it's me from Ted Lasso?
Not at all, no. I mean, I've actually never been to America even on holiday, which is kind of bonkers, yeah. I mean, I'd love to go, but I hope to go at some point. And, you know, that show has been, you know, nominated for quite a few awards, and had it not been for coronavirus, we would have probably gone over and done some promotion there and stuff, but no. And, yeah, I mean, I kind of get a tiny little bit recognised over here, but not... I mean, mostly people kind of say to me, oh, what is it I recognise you from? To which I then feel compelled to sort of reel off my CV, going back sort of to student productions and stuff, just in case. And then it usually inevitably turns out that they've mistaken me for Nish Kumar or something. So that's usually what happens. But yeah, but I've been told that in the States, you know, yeah, we could not, you know, it's very popular, so yeah.
I did an audition for an American TV show, and I thought, because they'd called me, it was an English character. And they said, it was a lawyer, and I'd learnt the lines and that, and I started doing it, and they said, no, he's from LA. Well, the only American accent I have, forgive me, is Wild West old time. So I was saying, well, I've been looking at the paperwork on this kid. It's absolutely... I mean, I didn't get it.
I don't know how.
It's not old Pete, the lawyer's coming in. How you doing? Oh, awful.
Because your ear for accents is so good. The way you do, like... Because it's one thing to do a British accent. You do, like, regional accents.
Well, I had... when I did Everybody's Talking About Jamie on the West End, I had to be from Sheffield. And I am from New York. So that's very difficult. So they had somebody from the, you know, a dialect coach come in, and she was actually from Sheffield. So I remember when I opened, the reviews were quite kind of my review, but it was like General Northern. It wasn't Sheffield specific. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it, yeah. It was difficult.
No, because you're very good at the Northern Irish. You do that.
Hi, are ye? Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
And now, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, publishing world abuzz, because, Frank, you have a new book out.
I do. I have...
What are you giving us this time?
It's a prayer book.
OK. And this is an actual prayer book?
Yes, I know people at home are saying, oh, another celebrity on the Graham Norton show plugging their prayer book. But, yeah, it is it's got jokes in it, but it's sincere. It's basically sort of... You get to eavesdrop on me praying to God. I don't know if you know, but I was the first practising Roman Catholic to win Rear of the Year. And I don't think there's been one. I think I still hold that record. But it's a prayer book with jokes.
And it's out now?
It's out now, yeah.
Very good. OK, let's move on and meet our next virtual guests. They are the stars of the superhero spoof thriller Thunder Force. It's Oscar winner Octavia Spencer and comedy genius Melissa McCarthy. Hey! Oh, pretty as pictures. Hello, ladies.
Well, hi, how are you?
We're also well. Where do we find you, Octavia?
Los Angeles.
Lovely. And Melissa McCarthy, you're further afield.
I am. I'm in Australia right now. I'm up towards Byron Bay.
Well, thank you so much. Is it the crack of dawn there?
It is. I just put on a full kabuki face of makeup and then literally like slept like a corpse. I was like, pile it on, good night. And this is how I woke up. So I felt like I was back in my 20s, and like last night I was at the Palladium. I'm like, this is how I used to wake up.
Because Michelle Visage, you were just down in Australia. Not Australia, you were in New Zealand doing...
We were in New Zealand.
Drag Race Down
Yeah,
Under.
same hours, though, same type of thing.
Oh, God.
And I
Yeah,
understand the
same hours.
sarcophagus sleep of just like... yes, I love that.
And Octavia, you guys have been Zooming kind of throughout lockdown. Have you, the two of you together?
With the group, actually, watching the classic movies.
So how does it work? So you get an Oscar-winning movie and you all watch it at the same time?
Well, we originally started meeting for drinks on Friday night because we were like, we're all going crazy. And then Ben was like, we should probably do something of use and not just meet for drinks. And I was like, I'm fine with it. But so he's like, I'm gonna watch a different, we're gonna start at the top. And he's like, I'm gonna watch all the best pictures that from the Oscars. And like one by one, everyone's like, oh, I'll do that. And then it just kind of kept escalating. By the time we got to Lawrence of Arabia, our friend Steve Mallory was the one hosting it, and he has a real affection for that movie. He showed up in full costume, and it's a bunch of like actors and directors and producers. And one by one, they were like, oh, is that what the game is now? I'll be right back. And like everybody kept running off. And it's just stuff you have around the house because of the crazy pandemic. So people, now it's like elaborate costumes, but they're made out of like, paper towels and like garbage bags. But it's gotten fully out of hand.
No, because Melissa sent us a picture of, this is you and Ben. Well, first of all, so you recreated the training scene from Rocky. So this is the scene they recreated. And here is Melissa and Ben recreating it.
It's not flattering. It's not flattering, but it's almost like, how stupid can you be? Which, we're thriving in that area.
Well, listen, talking of old friends, in your new film, Thunder Force, you play old friends. The movie is streaming on Netflix from the 9th of April. So who wants to tell us the story?
It's a world where supervillains are common, but superheroes are not. And these two friends find themselves back together when one of them finds a way to give them superpowers to help their city.
And Octavia, I hear you loved the costumes.
I actually loved it. I was terrified, though. I was worried because I run very hot, like 150 degrees hot. So the thought of being in a super suit had me thinking that they're going to be hot. Oh, how is it going to move with us? And I was amazed because the first time that Melissa and I were on set in ours, we kind of naturally started talking to each other and did this.
We did this. I was like, oh my God, we're really superheroes because we keep taking this stand. Yeah. I was like, this is amazing.
Listen, we've got a clip. This is the two of you deciding on your superhero name.
Thunder Force.
That sounds kind of dudeish.
Well, everything sounds kind of stupid the first time you hear it. Also, you can't say it like...
I didn't say Thunder Force.
Let's say it with, like, something behind it and louder, like Thunder Force.
Thunder Force.
Right?
Thunder Force. Ooh, I like it.
Try it.
Thunder Force!
You don't say 1985, the Chicago Bears. You say 1985, the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl and created one of the best albums/singles ever, which was the Super Bowl Shovel.
The Chicago Bears!
William the Fridge Perry.
Oh, I loved him.
Jim McMahon had eye issues and he wore glasses, and if he would take off the sunglasses, there would be magic. We're not here to cause no trouble.
We're just here to do the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Cry! We're getting off topic. Can you just say Thunder Force?
Thunder Force.
Thunder Force!
Ooh. And tell me this, superhero movie, obviously stunts a go-go. So did you do many of the stunts yourselves?
She does quite a lot. She likes being in a harness. I mean, it's wonderful to watch her. Me, not so much. I love the stunt woman. I love her.
I thought maybe you were going to like it more because I was like, oh, she hasn't done this before. And, I want to be 20 feet up and like spun around like a propeller. And then Octavia, literally, we had her in her harness the first day. her toes were not off the ground yet. Like, she's literally still touching the ground, and she was like, oh, 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 oh. And we're like, Octavia, you're still on the ground. She's like, not for me, not for me.
Because in terms of stunts, like Nick Mohammed in Intelligence, your sitcom, like, you're a computer geek, so presumably any stunt work you can do.
Oh, you'd think so. I had to fall off a chair, and they got a stunt person in to do it, and it was so lame. It was so lame, and I was desperate to do it, but they were like, no, 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 we've got to get someone in to do it. And there was a bit where I had to look as if I'd been tasered, and I think I did it for some of the close-up, but for most of it, they were like, no, we'll get a stunt person to do it. And I think it's probably because my acting was so bad.
No, it's work. It's work for people. Because Frank, what's the story with you and David Baddiel? You did a fight scene.
Well, David Baddiel and I had to do a scene where he hit me on the head with a big monkey wrench. And I arrived expecting this rubber monkey wrench, but they just had a normal, heavy piece of iron. And they said, it's fine, Dave's going to swing it and he'll stop about 4 inches from your head. I love David. We were in, we've been in a double act. We live in the same road still. He's like a brother to me, but I know he's incapable of those kind of motor skills. And I said, if we do this, he's going to hit me on the head. And they all went, and he got quite upset and said, you're making me sound, stupid. And I felt bad, and I said, OK, we'll do it. And we did it. Take one, he smacked me across the head. And the pain of that knock on the head was, I must say, helped by the joy of having been so correct.
Listen, it's been lovely to talk to you. Melissa, you got up early, but now you're going to look fabulous all day. You must leave the house immediately.
I'm going to go to coffee like this, and people will be so weirded out because people don't even wear shoes here, and I'll be like, hello!
Yes, it is I, Melissa McCarthy. It's been so nice to talk to you. Good luck with Thunder Force. Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer, everybody!
Thank you.
Woo, very good. OK, it's nearly time for music, but before we get to that, we do need a volunteer for the big red chair. Frank, you up for it?
Sure.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Let me get this right. Nick had a stunt man to fall out of a chair for him.
Yeah.
But now a 64-year-old man. Okay.
No, you can stay, enjoy the music.
It's not this one, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. OK, it's time for music. Michelle, if you would like to squeak across to the performance area.
I would love to.
Off you go.
Thank you.
I should stand. There you go. OK, performing their hit single, Heartbreak in This City, it is Michelle Visage and the Mighty Steps.
Cry, for you cry, gave up everything for you. Night after night, got me caught up like a fool. But you started something I can't hold down. The more I try to make you mine, I just see heartbreak in this city. But I keep on loving you, you. So get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone, I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it glow. You capture me, I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart stops beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love, you need to put it back again. You shatter me, I can't explain. You call get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone, I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it glow, you capture me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart stops beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shatter me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart stops beating. My heart stops beating. So tell me it's yes or no. Oh baby, show me the way to go. Oh darling, say you'll be mine and I'll be satisfied. I'm still in love tonight. We're running out of time. So get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone, I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it glow. You capture me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart stops beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shatter me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart stops beating. My heart stops beating.
Steps, ladies and gentlemen, featuring Michelle Visage. Beautiful. Come on back, do. Here they come. So, there's a Steps bubble. Steps bubble, get to sit over here. Welcome. Hello. Sit there. Michelle, you go back to your old chair there.
I think I'm over here.
Oh.
Hi.
Do you know what?
Bubble with bubbles.
Step bubble with bubbles. And as excited as I am to see Steps,
Yes?
I'm also so pleased to see that sofa. I haven't seen it. That sofa has been in storage for a year. I know. And proper choreography.
Oh, yeah.
All of the choreography.
All of the
Yes.
choreography. Yeah.
Yes.
This has been Michelle's wish for many, many years.
It's true.
But actually, you did manifest this
did.
because you sent us a little WhatsApp of a picture of a tweet you did in 2014.
2014.
From now on, I would love to be known as Michelle from Steps. This is like nearly 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
Dreams can come true, Nick. If you'd like to join Steps, now is your chance.
Honestly, nothing that I would love more. I would honestly, happily.
I'm not looking
like
a genuine.
I don't know.
So that single is out now, and it will also be on. This is What the Future Holds Part 2. So this is deluxe.
It's not even deluxe. It's like a whole.
It's just Part 2.
It's a whole brand new whole album.
Oh, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Another one.
And this is available to pre-order, I can tell you with interest. Yeah.
Now.
Not buy it now, but pre-order it. Beautiful. In the choreography, there were lots of kind of classic steps. When I was watching you in rehearsal, Lee was very focused on one particular move. Do you know the move I mean?
What have I done?
No, I just noticed you kept doing this move. You kept going. I was like, I wonder what they call that dance move.
You know what that's from?
That's exactly.
Do you know what that's from?
What?
That's from my favorite movie, Showgirls. It's when Nomi Malone does this.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we were stuck for choreography, and you put that in.
And I was like, is Lee gonna do it?
Well, there's a little story why I was
no
probably
choice.
practicing, because myself and Faye, they had to change hands, so we changed Mike. We all did it with the right hand at first.
It's easier with your right hand.
It usually is.
You've really mastered it. And very quickly, let's just remind people of the tour. So the tour starts in November.
November 2nd of November in Sheffield, and we go right through to the 1st of December, I think, in Bournemouth.
Oh, I can't wait. That will be... What a joyous thing that will be.
We can't
And
wait.
can I just say that Lisa will be with us on tour?
Yes.
She sends her love. She just can't be here today because of COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
OK.
She's
I mean,
in
because she's in Dubai. She
She's
doesn't
in
have
Dubai.
COVID already.
She's in
People
No,
think
no.
that I'm replacing her. I haven't. This was just a one-off. Don't worry.
She's sitting in Dubai throwing things at the
I know.
television.
Dartboard. Yeah.
Bitch! Well, thank you very much for that performance. Good luck with the single. Good luck with part 2 of the album and
you.
the tour. Steps and Michelle Visage, everybody! That is really it. Well, we go just time for a visit to the big red chair. Now, Frank, are you OK?
Yes, I didn't know I had to sign a form. So that if anything bad happens, it's not your fault.
We'll show this at your funeral. It'll be beautiful.
Oh, God. What a way to go.
We'll put a sepia tone on it. It'll be lovely.
Think of the prayer book sales.
I'm sorry, those prayers did not work. OK, let's find out who's telling a story to keep you in that chair. That's the idea. They want to keep you in the chair. Hello, madam. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Kathy, meet Frank. Kathy. And where are you, Kathy?
I'm in Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Very good. Hi, Michelle. How
are you? And what do you do in Northern Ireland?
I'm a careers advisor. I work in education.
OK, very good. Good job. Off you go with your story to keep Frank Skinner in that... Frank, you are gripping that chair so hard. Yes. Like you're willing it into the ground.
I am. I'm bracing my spine.
OK, Kathy, off you go.
So, a number of years ago, for my studies, I had to move to Italy. So I found an apartment with some other Irish girls, lovely marble floors. We went out to celebrate in a pub crawl, came home. Through the night, I had a really weird dream about being lost in this palace with marble floors, but I really needed to go to the loo. So anyway, I was woken up the next morning with all these exclamations outside my bedroom, and my flatmate's new jacket, she'd found it in the middle of the hallway in a puddle of piddle. So anyway, I blamed the neighbour's dog, and I got away with it, and they gave the neighbours the dirty looks to the dog all year.
I'm so sorry, Frank. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was wishing that. Frank's going to be so angry now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look, I'm OK with the back injury, but whose urine was it?
It was hers.
Oh.
Yes.
No, I'm so sorry. We'll try one more. We'll try one more. This is a disaster. We'll just pull the plug, OK? OK, who's up next? Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Adam.
Adam, lovely. And where are you, Adam?
I'm from Stourbridge in the West Midlands.
Stourbridge in the West Midlands.
I used to live there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I lived on the Lakeside Estate in Amblecote.
Absolutely no idea.
Let's just pull the lever now.
Yeah, it's gone now. OK, Adam, off you go with your story. Here we go.
OK, so during lockdown, I've been working for a call centre from home. And last week, I had a call from a lady called Shirley. And halfway through the call, I needed to ask a question to my manager. So I put Shirley on hold, and I asked the question. And while I was waiting, I went over to my mirror and burst into a full acoustic ballad version of Believe by Cher. And I was going for the song, full voice. And then I heard a rustling behind me. And I thought, what's that? So I went back to the phone and realised that I'd actually never put Shirley on hold at all.
I'm so sorry, Frank. I'm so sorry, Frank. I'm so sorry. We'll do no more. We'll do no more. That really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go in the red chair yourself and tell your story, you can. Just contact us via our website at this very address. Please say a huge thank you to all my guests tonight. Steps, everybody. Yay! Michelle Visage for the Sheen. Frank Skinner. Hey! Octavia Spencer. Melissa McCarthy. Mohammed and David Schwimmer. Join me next week with musical guests years and years. Talented Brits Wunmi Masaku and Felicity Jones, top comic John Bishop, and from Top Gun Maverick, Miles Teller, Jennifer Connelly, and the one and only Mr. Tom Cruise. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Big in Bolton, one superstar boxer and his influencer wife from BBC Three press red to meet the Khans on iPlayer. And an imminent threat calls for extreme measures. Kit Harington stars in our Good Friday movie, Spooks, the Greater Good. Next.